everybody? Welcome back to the Matter of Facts podcast. This is going to be really quick. I just got a couple things in the mail, spent a couple of bucks, made a few small upgrades to my home defense gun, my CZP-09, and these are just stock magazines. What I've done is I've swapped out the floor plates for a couple that I got from Greg Coat LLC. There'll be a link in the description, plus two extenders for about $9 each, if I remember correctly, plus shipping. Worthwhile upgrade, and I'm going to show you how to put these on real quick, and then I'm going to talk about the benefits as I see them. Alright, now first of all, let's give you a size comparison. The factory end plate is on this side. This is the extended one. You can see you've got about a finger width more hanging at the bottom of the firearm. These are what's called the flush fit end plates, which is not really flush fit because this upper edge of the base plate is what fits flush with the gun. So you can see we're dealing with a slight extension, but nothing really cartoonish or oversized. I was looking at some that are made for a IPSC, and honestly, the price scared me off. They were like $30 plus a spring kit that you needed, and I'm just not about that noise. I mean, I'm a working class guy. I don't have $30 times 3 to throw at magazines to add 2 rounds, and then they're $10 a pop to throw if I want to put in an extra 2, plus 4 for $40, or plus 2 for 10, for less than 10. You be the one to decide. But in any case, the only real issue is that these things didn't come with any directions, and the reasonably intelligent, mechanically inclined amongst you can probably figure it out. But just for those people that like to have a visual, I thought I'd give you all visual. Taking these base plates off is simple. You just stick something, in this case a punch, down through this hole to push that button in, and then you can slide the factory base plate off. Now, the factory base plate, I don't know how well y'all can see that, it literally just kind of slips fits up into the bottom of the spring. That's going to have to come off. And set that and the factory base plate aside. Now, what you get from Greg Coat is a little bag, or in my case 3 of them, with a new base plate and this weird looking little thing. The way this works is you have to thread this in through this little eyelet on this plate, which is easier said than done. It's kind of a bear. There we go. I think I got that on backwards. Yes, I did. I swear I already did one of these off camera, so I wouldn't like a complete rube doing this, but the best laid plans. Anyway, so you spin that around to this point, to where this tab that's sticking up is going to be towards the back of the magazine. Insert this whole assembly back into the mag, and then you're going to position it so that the tab is sticking outside the magazine body. Then take your base plate and carefully, so you don't let this thing jack in the box and spring across the house, slide your base plate back onto the magazine. Come on, old girl. There. And once you're finished, this tab is going to stick down into the base plate, and that locks it so that it can't come back off. If you ever have to remove this in the future, you just grab this tab and pull down, and then you can slide the base plate back off the front of the mag. So this holds the bottom of your spring and also makes it to where the base plate cannot pop off. And just that simple, we now go from a magazine that CZ advertises this gun as 19+1, and after a little bit of work and wearing the springs down, I did manage to get 19 rounds in these mags. But I cannot get 19 rounds in this mag on a closed slide. So what that means for me at least is I could put 19 rounds in a magazine, stick it in the gun, and then drop 1 round into the chamber, but I cannot truly have 19+1 capacity. With this, I can get 21 rounds and it will fit on a closed slide. So now you can get 1 round in the chamber, 21 in the mag, lock it up, and we now have gone from at least me having a practical capacity of 19 rounds up to 22. 21 in the mag, 1 in the chamber, slide closed. So I call that a very worthwhile investment and a very worthwhile upgrade, and here in a second I'm going to show you what this all looks like in the gun. Alright, now like we were talking about, this is the CZP-09. This is a factory magazine loaded up with 19 rounds. Slide is closed. I cannot get this magazine to lock in that gun. Period. Now, with the slide open, like if I was going to load the top round, no problem, and it'll chamber that round without an issue. But it will not lock up on a closed slide with 19 rounds in these magazines. This is a factory magazine with a +2 extender and 21 rounds in it. And that is locked up just fine on a closed slide. So now I could drop one in the chamber, 21 in the magazine, and we're locked and loaded. 22 rounds on board the gun. 3 extra rounds of 9mm does not make a huge difference in the weight, but I mean, this was not a lightweight gun to begin with, and now with extra rounds in the mag and the tactical light on it, is definitely not a lightweight gun now. But for a competent home defense gun, I think that works. And as a very budget-friendly upgrade, these base plates give you a little firmer surface to grab hold of if you have to strip a magazine out, if you have a severe malfunction. They give you a little bit more confidence slamming this magazine up into the gun because you got more hanging out the bottom of the gun. And I just think that personally, even if you're into the aesthetics of the gun, which I am to a small degree, aesthetically that doesn't look bad. Doesn't line up perfectly with the front edge of this grip, but pretty freaking good. So if you have a CZ, P09, a P07, or a P10, I'll include a link in the description to these base plates from Greg Coat LLC. He is out of Florida, and I have to give a shout out to him. I already sent him an email, tell him wish him well, and I hope he didn't have any damage from Hurricane Irma. But I ordered these things on a Wednesday. They shipped Thursday morning. So for a guy who's probably digging tree limbs out of his front yard, that is pretty amazing customer service that he's still getting orders out after that hurricane just passed through. That, I think, deserves some mention and some praise. But if you have one of these CZ models and you would like to put 2-3 more rounds in your mags, definitely look them up and leave me some feedback on this. Let me know if you have any questions or if I made a complete hash of this. And I'll talk to y'all next time, guys. Matter of Facts Podcast.